Bonjour tout le monde, bonjour. J'espère que vous allez tous très bien aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, c'est jeudi. So today is Thursday. So we have lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi. Quatrième journée de la semaine. Très bien. Aujourd'hui, c'est jeudi. Il est 8h30 ou 8h, pardon, non pas exactement 8h30, mais 8h32. 8h32. It's 8:32 in the morning, and it is the 23rd of July. So, il est aujourd'hui c'est jeudi, le 23 juillet 2020, pardon. J'ai oublié la date un petit peu. Bon, j'espère que vous allez tous très bien aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? What is the weather like? Oh bah, il fait du non, il fait gris. Il fait gris, mais je pense qu'aujourd'hui qu'il fait beau. Bah, je pense. Oui. Bon. Aujourd'hui, je voudrais vous partager des phrases utiles et aussi une lecture qui est très importante. A lecture that is very important. Now, I'm sharing you, we did in a previous video, I have worked on phrases utiles, useful phrases in French, but with any language, there's tons of phrases that are useful. So I'm going to share with you more because the goal is to know these little things, these little, how do you say, nuances, these little nuances within the language. And when you know these little nuances, you'll be able to pick up everyday French. So that's the goal, you know, and also a lecture as well. That's going to be like a fun little activity instead of doing grammar where we be somebody like within the lecture, like we'd be Anne or we'd be Sophie or what have you, and we read their part. And I will go in depth in how to translating it so I can make sure that you guys understand word for word what it means. Bon, on va commencer avec des phrases utiles. Voici. Vocabulaire. Des phrases utiles. Bon. Now this is if we were in like a classroom together, me and you, or me and you, if you that are watching, if you guys that are watching, if you guys are in a classroom with me, the prof, je m'appelle Léo, je suis votre prof, I would say, you would say to me, peux-tu m'aider? Peux-tu m'aider? If you had a question. Peux-tu m'aider? That means, can you help me? Now this is kind of informal. Peux-tu is the informal you. Now, you know how in French they have the two yous. They have vous et tu. Tu is like informally or to your friends or maybe to your parents. Yeah, to your parents. While the vous form is more to your teachers, to your professors, to people higher than you, like grandparents probably. So yeah, if you want to use the vous form, you say, pouvez-vous m'aider? Pouvez-vous m'aider? And you put the M apostrophe because it's reflexive, meaning to help me. Not, and if it was you would say, peux-tu t'aider? Can you help yourself? That sounds kind of weird. Can you help yourself? But anyway, so this M apostrophe in this context, it's to show that it's helping me, myself. Peut-on dire? Peut-on dire? Peut, this is the verb, these two conjugations right here, that's the verb pouvoir. Pouvoir. Now, these are two different subject pronouns, tu and on. On comes with the il, elle pronoun. This turns into like, can one, like can you, or can one, or can you, in like a different context. It's like, can one say, basically. That's how it translates to, can one say. Peut-on dire? Dire means to say in French, or to tell. Dire une histoire, to tell a story. Now, peut-on dire en français, en anglais? Now, those are two languages. En français, in French, en anglais, English. Now, plus lentement. Now, this is what I use. I use this phrase all the time in French because I speak a different dialect of French sometimes. I learned a different dialect, but yeah, plus lentement means like slower, because when the Parisians get going, they just go, 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 go. And I'm like, no, je comprends pas que tu as dit. I don't understand what you're saying. What you said, you know. Plus rapidement, faster. Now the trick in with French is, these are adverbs right here, lentement, rapidement. The trick with French is whenever you see something ending in ment, it's the equivalent to ly in English, like slowly, fastly, what have you. Puis-je aller aux toilettes? Puis-je aller aux toilettes? This is kind of informal to a point, because the only time that I really asked this was when I was in French class and au lycée, and I wouldn't say puis-je aller aux toilettes. I would say est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes? That's more formal, because my prof would say, I would say, Monsieur, est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes? You know, I wouldn't say puis-je. Puis-je is inversion. It's one way you can form a question in French, of course. There's 3 ways, like I've explained previously. You could do inversion, you could do est-ce que, or you could just do the raising of your voice, like je peux aller aux toilettes? Je peux aller aux toilettes? You know, but in this context, puis-je aller aux toilettes is like if you're just at a restaurant, and the restaurant is closed, the bathroom is closed, what have you, you ask, excusez-moi, bon, à quelle heure means at what time, commence, at what time does it start, à quelle heure, blah, 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 commence, à quelle heure, blah, 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 se termine means what time does it finish, terminer, finish. When you have se termine, that goes with an activity because it reflects it. Bon. Say, when you see say like here, say, that means it is, blah, blah, blah. Because if you look at it, it's a construct between the verb être and a demonstrative, a demonstrative adjective, a demonstrative se, translates to set, or this. This is, basically, that's how it translates to. C'est. Bien, good. Everybody, I feel like everybody knows bien. Bien is like très bien, blah, blah, blah. Mal, bad. Or you could also see mauvais or mauvaise, depending if it's masculine or feminine. Correct, correct. Incorrect, incorrect. Notice how we say things a little differently. We say incorrect. Répétez. Incorrect. We say incorrect. It's just the way that we say our letters in English. Je trouve ça. Je trouve ça. I find that. Trouver means to find. Excuse me. Sorry, I did not have my tea this morning. I'm like, I'm a little, but I'll get through it. I'll get through it after this class tea. Je trouve ça, I find that. Facile, easy. Difficile, difficult. Agréable, pleasant. Désagréable, unpleasant. Intéressante, interesting. Ennuyeux, boring. Utile, useful. Inutile, useless. Now notice right here, we do this in English too. We say, translate, same thing. We have agréable, which means pleasant. That translates to like agreeable or as well, but it's more like pleasant. Désagréable, unpleasant. They attach the same kind of ending. That's prefixes to this word. Disagree or agree, you know, basically. So that's the cool thing about French. And here, whenever you see something begin with in English and in French, it usually means something bad. Like, not bad, but like something, yeah, like bad or something not positive, basically. Like inutile, ennuyable means like unforgettable, what have you. Donc, les devoirs, homework, l'exercice, exercise, for homework, basically. L'examen, test. Now here are some other things that I'm going to teach you. Some of these I use every day here in this class with you. Avec, with, sans, without. Total opposites. So you have avec and you have sans. Two different. With, without. Et, and, ou, or. Avant, après. Avant is before, après is after. Pendant, during. Hier, yesterday. Hier soir, last night, basically. So notice they don't, do you say yesterday, meaning day, like daytime? You don't really say like, hier, j'ai dormi à 21 heures. 21 heures, pardon. They don't say that. You have to specify that it's nighttime. So that's why they say hier soir. Hier soir, last night. Aujourd'hui, today. Et maintenant, now. Maintenant, nous sommes les phrases utiles. Bon, now we are reading useful phrases. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I cannot stop yawning. I don't know why. I think it's just one of those days. Excuse my yawning. It's impolite, you know, but I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well last night. Bon, ok. Maintenant, on va lire une lecture. Bon, lecture. Lecture. Alice et Jean entrent dans un magasin de vêtements. Alice and Jean enter in a magazine, in a store. Like, this is where it gets, you can't really translate word for word in English to English. This is why I was starting to do that, and I'm like, no. So Alice and Jean enter a clothing store, basically. Vêtements is clothes, and magasin is store. And the way you say it is like magasin de vêtements, magasin de bijoux, jewelry store, you know. Okay, I'll read all of these, and the goal is when you're home with another person, you can do this together. Okay, bon. Alice, Jean, that's Jean is a man's name. Jean, it's the masculine form of Jean. Okay, Jean, est-ce que tu aimes cette robe verte? Le vert te va bien. C'est une bonne couleur pour toi. Jean, est-ce que tu aimes cette robe verte? Robe, in French, I'll tell you what the noun is right here. Robe, that's a dress. Now, Jean, I'll translate in English. Jean, do you like, aimer is to like, this green dress? Now, colors in French, they go after the noun, not like in English. There are certain things that go after nouns in French, like that describe. Other things go before, but most of the things go after. Oh mon Dieu. Okay. Jean, est-ce que tu aimes cette robe verte? Est-ce que tu aimes cette robe verte? Do you like this green dress? Le vert te va bien. Now this is kind of like everyday speech. The green goes well on you, basically. The green goes well on you. C'est une bonne couleur pour toi. It's a good color for you. Jean, oui, elle est très jolie, mais je préfère les robes noires. Now, here we go. So now it's saying, yes, it is very pretty, but I prefer black dresses. Now, this elle right here, we learned it as a subject pronoun meaning she. In this context, it's not referring to she, it's referring to the dress. And, excuse me, oh my gosh, I've never been yawning this much. Elle, in this context, is referring to the dress. And even though the dress isn't feminine, it takes a feminine article. Elle est très jolie, mais je préfère les robes noires. Bon. Yes, it is very pretty, but I prefer black dresses. Alice, vraiment? Pourquoi? Je comprends pas. Tu as déjà 3 pantalons noirs et 5 jupes noires à la maison. Tu peux faire une exception pour cette fois. I kind of read that a little fast. Let me go slow. Alice, vraiment? Really? Pourquoi? Why? That's what they mean. So vraiment means really. You say vraiment, vraiment. Pardon. Pourquoi? Why? Je ne comprends pas. I don't understand. Tu as déjà 3 pantalons noirs. You already have 3 pants, 3 black pants. Tu as déjà, you have already, basically. 3 pantalons noirs, black pants, et 5 jupes, and 5 black skirts at the house. Tu peux faire une exception pour cette fois. You can make an exception this time because she likes this dress. No, Alice likes this dress. Oh boy. Jean, désolé Alice, je grossis beaucoup en ce moment. Oh, je ne veux pas acheter des vêtements avec beaucoup de couleurs. Oh, sorry Alice, I gained a lot of weight in this time. Je ne veux pas acheter. I don't want to buy clothes with a lot of colors. Grossir means to gain weight. Au contraire, je trouve que tu maigris beaucoup et je trouve ça triste, le noir. Je pense que les femmes réfléchissent trop à ce problème. Au contraire means like, on the contrary, no, I don't believe. Je trouve que tu maigris beaucoup. I find that you lost a lot of weight. Maigrir means to like lose weight. You lost weight. No, I find that you lost a lot of, no, you lose a, sorry. Je trouve que tu maigris beaucoup. I find that you lose a lot of weight. Et je trouve ça triste. And I find this sad, le noir, the black. Je pense que les femmes réfléchissent trop à ce problème. I find that women like overthink this problem, or like reflect. That's the I couldn't think of the exact translation. Reflect a lot at this problem. Bon Alice, je ne veux pas parler de ça maintenant. C'est inutile et ennuyeux. Parfois oui, j'achète des vêtements bleu foncé, mais je les rends toujours après. Bon Alice, je ne veux pas parler de ça maintenant. C'est inutile et ennuyeux. Parfois, oui, j'achète des vêtements bleus foncés, mais je les rends toujours après. Bon Alice, good Alice, I don't want to talk about this now. C'est inutile et ennuyeux. It's useless and annoying, basically. Sometimes, yes, I buy the blue clothes. Foncé. Oh geez, I forget what I don't know the translation in English. Dark, yes, dark, like a dark blue. That's how you turn. Yes, dark blue. Foncé. Mais je les rends toujours après. I bring them back. I always bring them back because rendre means to bring. This verb right here, rend, is the infinitive. The RE form is rendre, which means to return, to bring back, not to return, but to bring back. Je les rends toujours après, but I bring them back. I always bring them back after. Alice, comme tu veux, nous pouvons parler d'autre chose. Like you want, we can talk about something else. Jean, peux-tu m'aider? Je cherche des vêtements pour le sport. C'est plus intéressant pour moi. Can you help me? I'm looking for sport clothing. It's more interesting for me. Alice, voici les vêtements de sport. Le magasin vend de très belles choses. Que penses-tu de ce t-shirt rose? C'est très bien pour le tennis. Mais Jean, tu rougis, pourquoi? Voici les vêtements de sport. Here is sport clothing. Le magasin vend, the store sells very beautiful things. What do you think of this pink t-shirt? Rose is pink in French. Que penses-tu de ce t-shirt rose? C'est très bien pour le tennis. It's very good for tennis. Mais Jean, tu rougis. Pourquoi? But Jean, you... I know. So rougir is when you Blush, blush, that's the word. I couldn't think of the verb. Oh my gosh, I'm at the point in my French studies where I can only think of the word in French. Blush, it's when you blush, when you get embarrassed. So she's getting embarrassed for some reason. Let's see why. Alice, je ne veux pas t'expliquer. Encore une fois, je t'attends dehors. Alice, I don't want to explain on another time. I wait outside. That's it. Oh, c'est tout. So we really don't know why she's embarrassed, but maybe, I don't know, maybe Alice picked out the wrong t-shirt size or something, but I don't know. Maybe, c'est tout. Okay. Now the goal of this is, I think the goal of this is you're going to be going back and forth between people. So you're going to have one person be Alice, one person be Jean. I keep on wanting to say Jean, it's Jean. And one person be Alice, one person be Jean, and then you're going to go back and forth like I just did, except I'm only one person. But it's a fun little activity, I think, instead of doing just grammar, because even though it is sentences, you're still doing grammar, but a different way. You're reading, you're speaking, you're interacting with the material, which is very key in a language study, I believe. You can write French sentences all the time, but if you don't say them aloud, that's when I don't believe progress is being made. You have to at least speak it. That's the key. That's the key. Now, I said things in here a little differently. Like I said, because I've been studying French a long time, I've been saying like, tu peux faire, like that, but say things very formally. Like, tu peux faire une exception pour cette fois. Don't say things how I say them, because I mean, you can, but sometimes I forget to make it more learning-like, not everyday speech. Bon. Okay, I hope that today's lesson was helpful. We reviewed phrases utiles. I'll go through these pretty quickly. Peux-tu m'aider? Can you help me? Peut-on dire en français, anglais? Can you say that in French or English? Plus lentement, slower. Plus rapidement, faster. Puis-je aller aux toilettes? Can I go to the bathroom? Also remember, est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes? À quelle heure? Blah, 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 commence. The reason why I say blah, blah, blah is because input something, like the zoo or the show at the zoo, le spectacle au zoo. Se termine. At what time does it finish? C'est bien, good. Mal, correct. No, mal, bad. Correct, correct. Incorrect, incorrect. Je trouve ça facile. I find that easy. Je trouve ça difficile, difficult. Je trouve ça agréable, pleasant. Désagréable, unpleasant. Intéressant, interesting. Ennuyeux, boring. Utile, useful. Inutile, useless. Les devoirs, homework. That's also another important word in French. There's tons of homework. Oh my gosh. Exercice, exercise. L'examen, test. Avec, with, sans, without. Et, and, ou, or. Avant, before. Après, after. Pendant, during. Hier, yesterday. Hier soir, last night. Aujourd'hui, today. Maintenant, now. And then after we reviewed all that, we went on to this little lecture and I broke down what each part means. Alice et Jean entrent dans un magasin de vêtements. And then we went in and the goal of this was Alice wanted to buy a dress. And then she was kind of like, I don't really, and then Jean was like, I prefer this color. No, sorry. Jean wanted to buy a dress and Alice was kind of telling her, no, this color would look better, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So yeah. Bon. Okay. Je pense que c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. I think that's it for today. Okay. I hope today's lesson was very helpful and I hope that you enjoyed it because that's the goal of these classes, for you to enjoy what comes up on our Facebook page. So I have some other colleagues that go live as well throughout the week. I have one of my other colleagues within my French team. She goes live now. She reads books on a website. So that's very good. It's like, I wouldn't say they're all children's books, but they're very good. They're very good. Also, I have one of my other colleagues, some of my other colleagues, they go live in Spanish, community French. I do community French, children's Spanish, children's French. So those are very important. And if you have Instagram, you can go live. No, you can see the live videos for some of my other colleagues. They go live with Portuguese and French as well. They do like little activities throughout the day and so forth, so on. So we have a bunch of resources. And also every time that I make one of these videos, it turns into a worksheet. So if you go onto our website, rolalang.com, you will find all of our worksheets. So it's a very good resource. And also you don't have to worry about like being on time for this, because this is saved onto our page. So you don't have to worry. So like, you don't have to worry about like saying like, oh, I'm going to be late. Don't worry. It's not a problem. We'll be glad to see you whenever you come up. And yeah. So, and also one more reminder that August classes are starting in a few weeks. Please look at our website. And if you're interested in taking the course, I believe that they'll be mostly online, but hopefully in the classroom, but who knows? You know, we're still trying to figure all that out. But yeah, so take a peek at our classes online and hopefully something there strikes your fancy. And as always, thank you for tuning in and hope to see you again. Bonne journée à vous et merci. Au revoir.